Hello and welcome to the Yoga for Cyclists course. This is our 6th week. This is the recovery session. And the recovery sessions, as you know, if you've been doing the practice for the last 6 weeks, are meant to be done after a ride, after a strength training session, to simply keep some mobility moving and to speed along your recovery. So today we are doing a lot of hip twisting moves that are designed to help us open up our hips and allow our legs to move a little bit more. So when we start here, we will start in a seated position. So let's find your breathing and breathe through your nose into your belly. Good. And then from a seated position, bring your left hand behind you and your right hand to your left knee. And we'll just do a simple twist. Keep your spine long on the inhale. And on the exhale, look behind you. Keep your spine straight and inhale. Lengthen your spine and exhale, look behind you. Behind you. Good. I'll come to the other side. Same thing. Lengthen your spine. Keep it straight. And rotate behind you. Good. And then we will do a seated butterfly. And so in the seated butterfly, you want to keep on top of your sit bones so that you're not slouching, but you're keeping tall. And the soles of your feet are together. Your goal then is to come forward to feel your hips start to open. And then inhale and exhale. So you should be feeling this in your lower back and in the back of your hips and your glutes as you open up your inner thighs as well. And one more time. Good. All right, let's move into one of my least favorite poses simply because it's such a challenge for my old man hips. It's called cow face or double pigeon. So the idea is that you're stacking your knees on top of each other. And you can see, even starting to get into this pose, it's a challenge. And you will definitely feel it. If you have hip issues, you may need to kind of modify this and make it less, just keep your knees at angles, or I'll show you one other possible modification. So the goal here is to keep both sit bones on the mat and stack your knees as best you can. All right, and you can also do this with eagle arms, but we're not even going to get that far. That's okay. And again, this yoga practice is about how you feel, not how you look. And we do the best we can with what we have on this day, because every day is going to be different. So I am relaxing, keeping my spine long, but every time I exhale, the pulling is in through my tips of my pelvic bones. And I am just trying to relax and let gravity take over. You'll feel this in your hip flexors as well. And gradually you may actually be able to move a little bit. Try to keep both of your sit bones on the mat though. Good. And now you will need some crane and, and untwist yourself. Yeah, and wrap yourself around on the other side. And you will find that one side is twistier than the other, and this side is definitely not twistier. And so you will see that, my right sit bone is not on the mat right now. So I'm going to leave it just like this. And I'm going to work on breathing into those spaces so that I am able to bring that hip bone back down. And we'll do 4 breaths on this side. One more. All right, almost there, but not quite. All right, now from here, we're going to come onto our belly and do a half bow or a one-legged frog. Whoa, okay. And this is to, again, open up your hip flexors and your quads. So bring your left elbow in front of you, and you're gonna reach back and grab a hold of your right ankle. Oh, geez. And the goal is to bring your ankle to the side of your hip, which clearly will never happen for me. However, it is creating a really good opener in my quads and into my hip flexors. Release on the inhale, and the exhale, come back. Good, and release that. Bring your right elbow in front of you. Reach back with your left hand and grab your left ankle. You get all the extra grunts and sound effects. This side is definitely tighter. One more time. Good. All right. Our final pose for this recovery is a yogi squat. Farmer squat. It's called a lot of different names. And I am not able to fully do it unless I do a lot of practice and opening. Spend a lot of time with it, but regardless, it's a great opener for our hips. So the idea is that you are keeping your feet fairly wide, kind of a sumo stance. And sometimes you need to be on your tiptoes. And the goal is to be sitting back so that your hips are at your heels. And again, this is one of those poses that as you are in it and do the dynamic breathing, it does tend to open. So this is one of those goal poses, not posts, poses, that is a great tool for openers. After a ride, to open up your hips and lower back. You can even get your elbows into your knees and open up your inner thighs. Well, that's about as much as we're going to get today. And that's okay. All right. Let's come back down to a seated position. And as we've started talking about in the last couple of classes, the idea of saying namaste at the end of a yoga class seems a little cliche, but what the word is intending to mean is to express some gratitude and recognize the other person and the other people in the class, and thanking them and being grateful for them to be practicing all together. So let's bring our arms up overhead on an inhale. Bring your hands to heart center on the exhale, and consider your gratitude for yourself for practicing today and taking a few minutes out of your schedule to treat your body well and treat your mind well with breathing practice. And I thank you for being here. Namaste. So this is our last recovery session for the Yoga for Cyclists course. Thank you for joining us all along. Thank you for your feedback. These are classes, these are sessions and poses that you can use at any time after a ride or after a strength training session to give yourself some mobility and to speed along your recovery. I hope you've enjoyed them. I've gotten some good feedback from all of you and some good comments. So thank you very much. If you want more information, please email me. Go to my website at Simple Endurance Coaching. My name is Paul Worlowski, and this has been Foundation Yoga's Yoga for Cyclists. Thank you.